Morning, what's happening? Woke up to a winter wonderland this morning. But I'm just en route to therapy here. Today's gonna be all about challenging perfection and attempting to kind of unwind where my perfectionism traits really started. I know they started in childhood, but at what point in time did they become so distinguished within myself? So that's gonna be what we're talking about today. I'll let you know what comes up with that. But no mini vlog, as you can see. Part of that was actually staying true to my own word from Tuesday's vlog and not rushing the process and putting that timestamp on that I have to be doing XYZ by a certain time. And truthfully, I'm done that 30-day vlogging challenge. So why do I need to continue to force out content on days when I'm not doing anything? It's my day off, so I deserve a day off. And I just basically had to give myself permission to not do any vlogging yesterday. It was nice. I read all day long. If you follow me on Instagram, you see I got these 3 wicked books. Then I went to my parents' house for dinner. So super relaxing, exactly what I needed. And now I feel great today. So let's go get therapized. So I got here about 30 minutes before. Part of it was just the roads were kind of slick and I didn't want to be flustered going into this. I know I talked about it on a previous vlog as well about setting yourself up for success when it comes to going to therapy. And I'd much rather be here half an hour to an hour early than be, a few minutes late, being super flustered walking in, taking away from the intention of the hour itself. So gonna go inside, have a nice little coffee, and just kind of review my journal for the last 2 weeks here. It turns out I'm very early, and I actually don't have therapy till 11 today, so it's just after 10. Stu came out and was like, I don't have you till 11. It's like, wicked. So, a lot of time to sit, journal. This will be a great session. I'm just gonna sit by the fire. Just get in the zone for therapy, so be a good one today. Which is funny, even just sitting here now, I'm like, that in and of itself is progress, because 49 days ago, freshly sober, I would have probably freaked out right now, the fact that I screwed up. And so, almost ironic that we're going to be talking about some perfectionism today. Even just from going over my notes, it's also going to be a lot of shame, processing shame, desensitizing some shame. So maybe we'll do some EMDR today, but yeah. That was one of those sessions where therapy's hard. It was a really good session, but it was a hard session. So we did some EMDR today. We did a bunch of desensitizing some shame around some certain things that have happened in my life. And now it's kind of just a matter of sitting with some of the sadness that's actually come to the surface after desensitizing it. So yeah, that's gonna be what I'll be sitting with over the next 2 weeks here leading up to my next session. So my post on the weekend about consistently showing up imperfectly being greater than inconsistently showing up perfectly. So he put a wicked spin to it, replacing perfect and imperfect with vulnerable and invulnerable. So being able to consistently show up vulnerable versus inconsistently showing up invulnerable. That hits home with me. I don't know if it hits home with you, but for me, vulnerability has never been a safe thing to do. Family doesn't know how to express vulnerability. The relationships that I've had so far have not known how to express vulnerability. That goes for both myself and the partners that I've chosen. When I told him that and he said that, I was just like, that right there is why I continue to go back to Stu and continue to pay him the big bucks, because he's worth it. That was just like, holy shit, that's good. So I'm gonna sit on that one for a bit. I actually, because I was an hour early, I am running a little bit behind now. So we are filming some content at the gym from 1 to 3, and then I've got a client after that, and then I have a bunch of check-ins to do whilst editing and kind of sitting with some of the sadness that's come up. So I gotta kind of snap out of a little bit because we are filming some New Year's promo commercials for the gym at 1 o'clock here, and it's like 12:25. So I gotta rip home, grab loose, and then get to the gym. Consistently showing up vulnerable greater than inconsistently showing up invulnerable. Let that one sink in. One of the reflections that's already kind of come to mind is right now we're doing a lot of like inner child work / kind of wounded teenager work, we can call it. And maybe this will be a helpful thing for any of the parents following along. But if you do have a quote unquote sensitive child, tell them that sensitivity is not a weakness. and that living a sensitive life is going to lead to a much more fulfilling life than living a life where you are completely numbed out to all of the feelings that you were trying to disassociate from. Because I know for a fact, if I had been told that from a younger age, I would not have made many of the choices that I made growing up to desensitize myself with alcohol, drugs, disassociative behaviors, and all kinds of things. So sensitivity, especially when harnessed, is much more of a superpower than a weakness. So if you have a sensitive child, stop telling them to be so sensitive, because there's going to be negative behaviors that arise from that, especially if you continue to perpetuate that notion that sensitivity is a bad thing. So if you're a parent, just something to contemplate. I'm not a parent, so take that for what you want.
Klappat hakten alla armar, fullfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn, fullfest hela dagen. Små på stort, det har vi alltid gjort, så det är fullfest hela dagen. Hakten alla armar, fullfest hela dagen. Mjöl från livets grottekvarn, fullfest hela dagen. Små på stort, det har vi alltid gjort, så det magra och tjocka, ska vara det bra, ja. Klappat hakten alla barbar, fullfest hela dagen.
I just got home shortly after 4 o'clock here. I'm about to start check-ins, which is not like me. Usually I do it first thing in the morning, but obviously with having therapy and then having kind of postponed therapy due to a slight mix-up in schedule, I'm about to start that now. So needed to take kind of 10 minutes after work and just kind of take a couple breaths and just chill out. Work's always really hard, especially with the session that I had today. To go in and have to film essentially a commercial and kind of put on a bit of a front, it's not something that is ideal. Got like 50 people texting me right now, so I'm just trying to calm myself down a little bit before I go into check-ins here. Thankfully, I don't have to go back to the gym tonight, so I'm just gonna go through this slowly, not rush through it, and then start editing this video, call her a night. Therapy brain is real. Therapy overwhelm is real as well. People just kind of asking questions, not bad questions. It feels like I'm kind of being pulled in lots of directions right now, so just trying to chill myself out a little bit, get some check-ins done here. So I made myself some tea. I do kind of 5 minutes of just like meditation, breath work here, and then I shall start check-ins. Remember, therapy is cool. I am fatigued. Got check-ins all taken care of. I still have a bunch of responses to get back to here, but I'm pooped. I have some dinner. I have my burrito bowls for the week. And yeah, I'm just gonna chill out on the couch for the rest of the night here. It's like 7:30, so by the time I get this posted, it'll be about 8. Hopefully today's message hits home with you. If it doesn't, sorry, but it really hits home with me. And yeah, today was just a great session in general. It's just really exciting to actually see the progress, literally watch the progress as it's happening. It is day 49 today with no THC, so I've said this in pretty much every 10-day increment, but it's still crazy to me that I started this journey 49 days ago. This is the longest stint of sobriety, true sobriety, that I've had in 3 years, which is really cool. So it's been an exciting few weeks, just exciting to see what happens in the future with all the work that we are doing, processing some of the shame around relationships and things like that, and just what I have to look forward to in the new year. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell your friends, tell your family, do all those things. I would sincerely appreciate it. Day 50 tomorrow. Maybe we'll celebrate. I don't have too crazy of a day, so we shall see. But regardless, thank you for being here. If you're new, if you've been watching since day 1, regardless, I do appreciate you. I know I have a bunch of comments to get back to, and I'm going to get back to those tomorrow because I am pretty mentally exhausted right now. So much love. See you guys for day 50 tomorrow. Bye.